He said, which I think is very nice, I might not be a first-rate composer, but at least I'm a very good second-rate composer. He said of himself. Now, I think that was a very good diagnosis. You cannot compare Strauss to Bruckner and Mahler, Beethoven. No, he did not do that himself. But he was a very good second-rate composer. And the way the sound he gets from a good orchestra is remarkable. I'm happy to play Heldenleben again. I have not done it for 20 years, I'm sure. Played so much Bruckner and Mahler last times. So it will be interesting to go back to this great piece. The more I get deep down in the classical repertoire, Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven, Brahms, Bruckner, the more uninterested I became in Strauss. It was too superficial for me. It was beautiful, but not really serious enough to fit my taste. It all changed when, and this is the interesting part, it all changed when I came to Dresden. I was invited to guest conduct in Dresden in '69, and next time I came there, they asked me to make a small TV music program, just with 5 minutes for a sort of PR thing for the city. And the music should be from the Rosenkavalier by Richard Strauss. And I knew that was a specialty of the orchestra. The Staatskapelle, Sächsische Staatskapelle, they had premiered 7 Strauss operas. Salome was premiered there, Rosenkavalier was premiered there. And the music director at that time was Ernst von Schuch. And he was a great interpreter of this kind of music. And Strauss has remained a specialty of the orchestra to this very day. So it was typical that when they wanted this little TV portrait of the orchestra, they wanted some music of Richard Strauss. So I decided I'll try. And I went to an older colleague in Dresden. His name was Bongartz, Heinz Bongartz. He was an old man at that. He was 80 at least. And I asked him for advice. How do you conduct this? I have never conducted any Strauss. And here I have this marvelous orchestra who's a specialty in Strauss, and I am a beginner as far as Strauss is concerned. He was very friendly, a young man. He gave me some advice about this. And I really made it, and it was a success. We had great fun together. That was the beginning of the turning point for me, for Strauss. And when I heard the Sächsische Staatskapelle play Strauss, I think, if they play like this is worth serious efforts. It's very different music from Bruckner, for instance. They're in lifetime they overlapped. Strauss was a very, very early mature composer. And by the way, he was a friend of the Staatskapelle already when he was 17. The Staatskapelle commissioned a piece from Strauss when he was 17, and he wrote this Serenade for Winds, for 13 winds, E flat. It's a short, wonderful piece, about 9 minutes, that I often played with them, and he came and conducted that himself, 17-year-old. That was the beginning of their partnership. So we played lots of Strauss together, and I think I learned a lot through this orchestra. There's the way, very important, the sound you produce to get the effect of this music. It must be lush. It's of course virtuosic music, but it's not only brilliant. When you cultivate the sound, there are so many extra beauties in it. Also in the Heldenleben.